All right, Flyers fans, the playoffs is set. We make it. We clinch a playoff spot on the 82nd game of the season against the New York Rangers once again. And here we are. We play the Pittsburgh Penguins in the first round. Are you kidding me? Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, comment if you'd like to. I want to know your thoughts, your opinions on seeing the Pittsburgh Penguins in the first round. And let's break this down a little bit because going into the last game, there were a few options on what could happen with this Flyers team depending on what occurred throughout the league on the last day. We could have seen Tampa Bay, Boston, we could have seen the Penguins, or we could have seen the Capitals. Now, I think I would have obviously rather seen the Capitals. That's the number one. But I wouldn't have rather seen Tampa Bay over the Pittsburgh Penguins. I wouldn't. Now, I understand that we're backing into the playoffs and we're not insanely hot going in. But now, hey, we got Claude Giroux on the top of his game. The top of the top. The best we've ever seen out of our captain. We have our first goalie back in net after some injury and an iffy situation with the netminders. We have Brian Elliott. Now, I'm not just going to say we're going to walk in and destroy the Pittsburgh Penguins. What I am going to say is it's a whole new season. You play 82 games, that's the season, and then the playoffs start, and it's a whole different game. And it really is a free-for-all once you get in there, so anything can happen. Am I stoked that we're seeing the Pittsburgh Penguins in the first round? I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not stoked. They kind of have our numbers this year when it comes to the regular season. But I wouldn't want to see Tampa Bay first round. I mean, that's just the honest truth. And you look at Columbus, and if they lost, it's funny how it works because since we slipped into the third seed, so we technically were third in the Metropolitan. So at this point, we got credited. It's like we got the highest we possibly could have, and we got to see the Pittsburgh Penguins first round because Columbus lost. And it's like funny because Tortorella got asked, are you losing on purpose so you don't have to see the Pittsburgh Penguins first round because he withdrew his top 6 forwards last night? And now they get to see Washington Capitals first round. So it's kind of funny that the first wild card seed is like, oh, we get to see the Capitals instead of the Penguins. It's rewarding to be the first wild card seed over the third seed in the Metropolitan. It's kind of funny. But regardless, you got to see these teams anyway. I hate the new playoff format. You got to see these teams anyway. So, hey, we are going to Pittsburgh. That's what it is. We're going to Pittsburgh. And it's one of the best rivalries in the NHL. It's going to be great to see. Am I expecting a dominating performance by the Flyers every single game? No, I'm not. I'm going to put the feet up, relax, and just see where it takes us. That's all. Because you got to look at statistics, right? The Penguins, on paper, probably, realistically, a better squad than us. They've won the last 2 Stanley Cups back-to-back. But do numbers say? I'm going to go Gabe Kapler on us. I'm going to go analytics. Do the numbers say they're going to three-peat? I mean, that's a really tough thing to do. So does that mean they're going to lose first round to the Philadelphia Flyers? Listen, we're the underdogs. Have we been the underdogs before in this city? Absolutely. Absolutely we have been. So who knows? Who knows what can happen here? It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be a tremendous ride here. And listen, we got playoffs in the NHL. We're going to have playoffs in the NBA. The Eagles had playoff games here and won a Super Bowl. It's a great time. It's a great time. So let's sit back, relax, see what this Flyers team can do. You got to realize, and I was sitting here trying to process this, our D-core is so young. I mean, they are so young. Shane Gostisbehere, what he's doing this season is unbelievable. You look at the stats on his point numbers this season compared to top D-men in the past for this organization. He is on a tremendous streak up for being an insane talent in this league. Ivan Provorov, don't even get me started. This dude logs in 85 million minutes a night, and there's only 60. And the dude is so young. You got Robert Haig, who had a fantastic year with hitting and leading the league in hitting for so long at such a young age. And we're making playoffs, and we're getting playoff experience. It's funny how it works with the Flyers compared to the Sixers, and I feel guilty sometimes about it because with the Sixers, it's like before this amazing run in this Cleveland series, or game, I'm sorry, it was more of a, let's just see what this team can do, let's get them some playoff experience, but with the Flyers, it's right now, we need to win right now. But we have just as much young talent on the Flyers than we think. Nolan Patrick, I mean, it really is great to see all these young pieces get some playoff experience, and on top of that, See it against the Pittsburgh Penguins. See it against the Penguins. I mean, let's go. Let's lace up the wheels, boys. Let's go out there and give them everything we have. All I ask for is hard-fought, competing games. I just want work ethic. I just want to compete out there, and whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to be pissed off if the Penguins beat us in a series where we're out there and just working every single shift in every corner. And listen, I mean, they're Stanley Cup champions back-to-back years. They have Sidney Crosby, who is the best player in the world. But I'm not saying it can't happen. I am not saying this can't happen, because it can. It's hockey. Anything can happen in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world to see Claude Giroux step up. And a 5-0 win against the Rangers to get in, maybe that's what we needed. Maybe that's the juice. Brian Elliott back. Maybe that's the pump. I'm not saying it can't be done. But it is a hell of a first-round matchup. It really is. So with that being said, listen, boys, we did it. We're in the playoffs. It's going to be a good little April for the fellas. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, comment. I want to know. I want to know what you think about it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.